Salamata. Ital, we're ital, and a vegan, we're vegan. I and I eat from the earth and leave the animals to give birth. No deaders, no fur, no feathers. When I tell people I don't eat meat, fish, or dairy, then look for me strangely. Then I realize I eat a very wide variety. Listen to Maccabee. Yo, how when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them, say that I'm a vegan, man. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them, say that I'm a vegan. When me no eat no meat, no fish, no cheese, no egg. Nothing with no foot, no eye, no wing, no head. Nothing with no lip, no ears, no tongue, no leg. Prefer fruit and vegetables instead. Be careful and me choose about what I'm eating. Me medicine, me food is me medicine. When me tell people that me not eat them, they think. They look at me and scratch them chin and start wondering. But when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me not eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me come. When me tell them, say that I'm a vegan. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me not eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. You want to hear what me eat? Yo, I eat callaloo, ackee, sweet potato, yam, banana, and tomato, cabbage, spinach, avocado, chocho, butter, bean, and cocoa, courgette, millet, plantain, rice and peas and pumpkin, mango, dates and guava, chickpeas and cassava, Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, onion, fennel and cucumber, plum, pear and papaya, aubergine and saya, lime, lentils and quinoa, oatmeal bread and oatmeal flour, watercress and okra, tofu and sweet pepper, couscous and carrot, broccoli and coconut, peaches, apples, apricot, breadfruit, jackfruit, sour sap, pistachios, cashews and almonds, walnut, peanut, also pecan, sesame seeds, sunflower, lemon, orange, pineapple and melon, mango, wheat and garlic, kiwi, corn and turnip, pacho and pomegranate, key and rocket berries, cherries and strawberries, beetroot, grapefruit and celeries. You see the meat's not necessary. We tell them say, how when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan man. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan. Hey, look how me big and me say look how me strong. Some people can't believe that me a vegetarian. If you want a healthy body, check the real Rasta man. Cause Rasta man will tell you about the right nutrition. Me get me calcium, me sodium, me get potassium, me get me zinc, me get me iron and me magnesium. Instead of yam the fish, me yam what the fish yam. Like the kelp and Irish moss that growing at the ocean. Me get me proteins and me minerals, me get me calories, the vitamins A, the B, the C, the D, the E, the F, the G. Essential fatty acid like the omega-3. Me get me fiber and me carbohydrates in my body. Don't forget your water, drink a few glasses a day. The toxins in your body just flush them away. Some of the things that eat up in your body and decay. When it come to food, I don't play. We tell them say, when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan man. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan. A lot of people would have stopped eating the meat if they had to kill the animal before they could have eat. Look on the way the animal then get treated. Unsanitary condition where some of them keep it. We're supposed to eat the meat, we would have sharp teeth. You wouldn't need a knife and a fork, you know, see. You can't eat it raw, you have to cook it complete. And put on vegetable seasoning to make it taste sweet. Yeah. And when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish, no meat now. And when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them, say that I'm a vegan man. And when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them, say me no eat no fish, no meat now. And when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them, say that I'm a it's up to you. You can eat what you want to. You can be a vegetarian and be healthy too. There's a lot of choice around, many foods around you. But just remember, some more I forget to tell you. The nectarines and tangerines and clementines and guanabana, lychee oats and ginger, nail spirulina, mung beans, warm pasta.
Yeah, Maccabee talk about why him eat, and we love that. This is WRFG Atlanta 89.3 FM, the Ancestral Rock. Coming on before we come on the air. This is Luncheon and Learning. We're on the farm, LLC, and a special guest that we have this afternoon. I'll give you one more chance to get your people in the room.
Chronics left. Ah, boy. And them say, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths.
Lunching and learning.
Soldiers for Selassie army. Hey, here comes trouble, here comes the danger, welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. You're not for axes
Long Call Chronics, you know.
who win out.
Happy Wednesday to you.
People them a ball, said them tired of mediocre. Evil a go fall when we tried in Ethiopia. Believing from down, cause them life no easy boat. Even Bantan said it's not an easy road. Operation occupy the motherland, calling all soldiers to kind each other along. From creation, he writing a job plan, but Chronics can't do it alone. So I'm recruiting.
That's what we're doing. We're recruiting.
Far right choose.
Wellness soldiers, soldiers of love, you know.
And the Rastafari true.
Youth and youth will love themselves and want to spread the love through the physical health.
By the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. I'm on a start recruit.
Got a special guest with us this afternoon. We're going to get right to it.
Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. You're not for axes, you are the general issue in a warning boy. Waving the banner red, green, and gold. It is such an honor for season fold.
All right, Mr. Lexicon, we could turn this into the midday dance show real quick. In a heartbeat. I know my guest wouldn't mind because he come from where I come from and we love to dance. But when I come to talk about dance,
Yes.
they come to talk about
That's
something.
right.
Chef Beee in the building.
My brother, what's up? What's up,
Yeah,
man?
amazing. This sister right
How
here,
are you?
who don't know, as we always say, the conversation will be the main introduction or the bio. However, I gotta let you know who she is and why she's here this afternoon. You know why I called upon her. We've been talking about this for a while, and we have done this before, and we've been just, the schedules aligned today, lunching and learning to get it done again. I know her as an excellent chef, but even before excellent chef, a soul chef. Soul chef. She's a math professor, so she can do what she never did in school. You know what I mean? And that means to me that she ain't on some old hyperbole and all that. So we were talking the other day, and she mentioned something about, what's the word I want to use? I forgot the phrase. Don't tell me. They're gonna come back in a minute. Basically culinary magic. But then started talking about how she has shown and proven to herself first, and is helping others to get together a meal prep for a whole week under $20. And I'm like, you talking about back? Did you just take a flashback to '70s Guyana when you said that? $20.
That's right.
$20 where? So here
Yep.
she is. Her name goes before her in these ATL streets and everywhere she touched. The essential Chef Beee. Good afternoon,
What's up, Ross? My brother, my Guyanese brother. What's up, baby?
You good?
I'm good. I'm just, I was just teaching the kids math. I was like, gotta run over here.
True.
And talk about the plant-based vitality and all of the things. I'm outside. I thought it would be appropriate. I said, I'm actually on my porch.
Yeah.
I'm outside in the neighborhood.
That's it. I don't know if we ever spoke about this, but when I was thinking about, you being a math teacher, I just think of how most scientists I know, especially chemists, are great chefs. And it makes perfect sense because you got to know how to, blend, mix elements in the proper proportion and everything. But I never thought about it from a mathematician perspective. So which comes first? Which comes first, the mathematician or the chef?
The chef, for sure. You know how we go in Guyana. Everybody know for cook. We learn how to do that early on. It's about survival. So you know how to cook, for clean, for sew, for do this, for do that. The boys, the girls, everybody know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always cooked. I've always done that for the family, friends. I've just always been that person. And people have been reminding me as I move more and more into this work. They're like, "Well, you know, you've always done this for us.
Mm-hmm.
You've been the one to introduce me to this in college, spring break, going to hang out with friends, people who never cooked. They didn't know. They never seen a mushroom. They never seen a full tomato because of their circumstances and their parents. They didn't. They just didn't see certain things. And then here I come along. Man, look, move aside. I'm gonna just make something quick for you, and you see if you like that. And so I've always been that person. So I was,
You know, you make it look easy too, probably.
well, you know, the other thing that's interesting is, you know, when you go home to
You just had a
visit,
whole eye roll when I said that.
listen, when you go home to visit your family, they
Oh yeah.
supposed to be catering to you. And I find myself catering to them. They're like, Mom, make the thing, make the breakfast thing for me. That you make the day when you come last time. I'm like, what about what I want? so
Right.
so yeah, I've always been the chef in a way,
Good
which is
thing.
cool.
Good thing. Good thing. So how long you left Guyana? I mean, at what age did you leave Guyana?
Man, look, I'm 52. I'll be 53 this year. I left Guyana 50 years ago,
Oh.
almost a little over 50 years ago, or actually a little less than 50 years ago. I left when I was 3. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of our family got opportunities to migrate to the US,
Mm-hmm.
to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And so I left when my family left
Fly
for a better
away.
opportunity, better
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. So by 3 years old, you remember things about the kitchen. You remember things about that life, or just growing up in a Guyanese household coming up when you got up here.
Yeah, I think the thing that I remember the most about Guyana, I mean, I go to Guyana, I pretty regularly now. But like even like that time when I hadn't gone to Guyana for a long time before I went back again, is the smell. You know, when as you drive into Georgetown, there's a smell,
Mm,
and that smell is Banks beer,
yeah,
right? If you know, you know.
yeah, right there.
So I just remember that scent,
Mm,
and being from New York, you just being around Guyanese people, the food, bakeries, eating food, culture.
mm.
Then going home, you getting it firsthand.
Yeah, and
So
everybody don't get that same experience now because there's a new road. So where you talking about is Diamond Estate, where all the breweries and distillers are and everything. But there's
yes,
a new road now that people go around, so you don't get that. It's true. That used to be one of the marks. So okay, I
I
touched that.
reach, I
Yeah,
reach,
yeah,
I reach, because you smell Banks beer, man. You smell it moving into the city, the downtown city.
true.
So kind of cool.
Give thanks. We on the line with our sister Chef B. We get into the serious business of the matter. Chef B, you talked about being able to get um, a meal prep and kind of execute that on a very minimal amount of resources. I want to I want to just play this real quick, a little bit of this. I'll come forward. I'm just borrowing from your YouTube site, which is a great site. Got a lot of vibes in it. Looking forward to browsing here again and again and again. Because I know you in real life, it's like oftentimes we might not look at the social media and everything. We see each other a lot in the garden at OU during the summertime when the market is on, and we reason a lot and everything. But just looking at this video that you put together, we don't have time to watch the whole thing. We're just gonna touch a little snippet. But I want to ask you to kind of give the background of what this is about. It's called "Get Your Mind Right and Get Your Wellness Plan for 2026." That sounds like a real mama. I could imagine you with your hands on your hip when you're saying it. Get your mind right and get you. So
Get you a wellness plan for
talk,
2026.
talk to us.
Boo. Yeah, well, I wanted to. I did a New Year's Eve cooking class,
Mm,
and I really, really, really wanted people to know that things are available to them. A lot of times people feel excluded. They get a little overwhelmed, and they don't realize that they have a lot of opportunities and options around them. And so this cooking class was to let them know that 2026 is here. You can do better. You can do better for yourself, for your family. You can eat better. And, I just wanted to let people know that it really is about mindset shifting. The things from 2025 into 2026, you can
Mm.
shift the mindset and create a new possibility for yourself. That's it.
So give us, in a nutshell, before we touch a little piece, an example of from what to what. You know, when you say shifting the mindset,
Yes.
I know exactly. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't want to assume everybody is speaking the same language. From what to what? Just as an
From,
example.
from what to what might be eating out 5 days a week to cooking now for yourself 1 to 2 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I can show you how to do that, right? So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us, we're disconnected from our food.
Mm-hmm.
Many of us, like, I think about the culture of the kitchen growing up. Sunday was when mommy would call auntie. She would call granny. Ma, what you making today, man? She's getting ideas about what she's making. They catching up for the week. They catching up on gossip, what's going on in the family. And then, you know, it's just they might not be together physically, but they're together on the phone, spiritually. They lyman, right? And I'm in the kitchen observing all of this. And what happens now is we're disconnected from cooking because we're busy. People just don't want to do it. They don't like it. They don't feel like they're good at it. And when you start losing confidence in certain areas of your life, you don't want to do stuff. You just I don't feel comfortable doing that thing.
True.
But when you have confidence and you can create success, then the goal is to create more successes.
True.
And so a lot of us aren't cooking because we don't feel we're good at it,
Mm.
right? And
Point
so
blank.
from what to what would be outsourcing all of your food, outsourcing where you eat, to making a meal for yourself or your family once a week or twice a week. And that's a mindset shift because once you know once you understand that you are the medicine,
Mm.
you are the medicine, you're the other ingredient that's never listed in the recipe. You're the magic, right? Things start to shift to me. When I start thinking like that, it's like, I could do this better than this Chipotle's. I could do it better than Chick-fil-A. I could do it better than whoever
Mm.
because they don't know me. They don't know what I need. And when you start thinking about your kitchen as your medicine cabinet and you as the medicine in the medicine cabinet,
Mm.
then it's like, why am I outsourcing all of the things that help to heal me, make me better, whole to somebody else?
Right. Right. Right.
I
Right.
can I can do it for me.
You
You
said a
see what I'm
whole.
saying?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying, and it got me thinking. You know, one revelation or one light bulb leads to so much more illumination. So I'm thinking of now. I'm asking myself a few questions outside of maybe what did we kind of started this conversation with an economic frame, right?
Yeah.
Saving money. Everyone is that's on everyone's mind these days in terms of just navigating shifting economies and all that. Outside of that, what are some of the benefits of cooking for yourself? I mean, you mentioned. Here's what I heard you mention already. What I took from it, so we can even build on that. You talked about the social part. Everybody might not be having the ability to talk to their sister on the phone while they, sharing ideas and catching up on the family story for the week and all that. But even on a personal level, even if it's just you in your house, what are some of the benefits outside of the economic benefit of starting to shift that mindset from eating out 5 days a week to cooking for yourself?
More love. More love in the family. Let me. So to answer this question, I want to explain what I mean by that.
Mm.
So my family they've been mad at me. They're mad at me. Shout out Baba Ayatoro.
My
He's like,
brother,
man, the brethren, brother Ayatoro.
the brethren.
He always making fun of me. He's like, everybody thinks you making all this gourmet stuff for me, but little do they know you won't even want to cook for me, right? And it's not that, but like if you're doing meal prep and that's the work that I do, when it's time, it's like, gosh, I gotta make food for the family, right?
Right.
So I started this thing intentionally to serve two purposes:
Yeah,
to serve the people, but then to serve my family, most
of course.
importantly.
Yeah,
And so I do this program, Meal Prep Magic, every Monday at 11 o'clock to make food for my family for the week to show them how much I love them.
that's it.
When you making meals for people you love,
It's a whole different level.
it's a whole nother level. People, they see it and then they love you more because you're showing them the love that you have for them.
Yeah.
So it's increased love. You're thinking about them. You have them in mind. What they like, what they don't like, all of that. That's what I do every week now. I have a day in the same way I have a day set up for my clients that I cook for them. I have a day now set up, Meal Prep Magic, and we could talk more about that, where I'm cooking for my family. That's one. That's one big one. Health and wellness, of course, you're controlling ingredients.
Yeah.
You getting quality ingredients. You control where the ingredients are coming from. You don't know what Susie May put in the food when you go to these restaurants to make it taste nice. But remember, you're the magic. You are controlling what the food tastes like. You know what your family needs. You know what you need. You're gonna leave certain things out. You're gonna put certain things in. Susie May not gonna do that for you.
Yeah. One size fits all with Susie May, where Susie May is concerned. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's real cool. Let's take this peek. We're just gonna jump right in the middle. I see you got some peas in your hand, teaching the people them some things, giving us some jewels. Let's see what's happening.
You know what that is? That's the split pea. That's our split pea.
The split pea. I already know you, and I see some sweet potato behind it. Let's go into the kitchen and see what happens.
Yellow split peas. That's the yellow split peas. And then this, of course, is the green split peas. Okay. So today we're going to use the green split peas. Really, they have about the same flavor profile. But, most foods have multiple varieties. Most foods have multiple varieties. So we're going to use this today. We're going to use the split peas. And then I also have these veggies. We have some carrots. We have an onion in here, peppers. All right. I have some sweet potatoes. Actually, let me tell you about these sweet potatoes. There was a food drive, and in Atlanta, there's a lot of food sharing, not only with the farms and things of that nature, and I'm sure it's everywhere too. But there was a food drive, and someone had so many things. They had potatoes, they had onions, they had butternut squash, they had everything. And they was just like, Chef B, do you need these? And I was like, yeah, I'll take them. I'll take them. I'll have some. So I have some sweet potatoes. We have some red peppers under here. So I'm making a small batch of this soup because it's going to only be for me and maybe one or two other people. So I'm not going to make a ton of soup. All right. And then we're going to also use coconut milk. All right. We're going to use coconut milk. And then we're going to use this. I'm going to show you, this is chickpea broth. This is chickpea broth. Can you see that? That's chickpea broth. So let me tell you a little bit about this. So I make a lot of chickpeas, and I use them for so many different things. I use them to make my pastries. I do a savory sausage pastry that I sell every week. And I always make chickpeas. Like I have the dry chickpeas. Let me show you what that looks like. I got everything close by. So I have these dried chickpeas, and then what I do is I put them in here. That's my Instapot. And then what I do is I cook them, and then when I cook them, they basically produce this. So I actually don't throw it away, and I don't suggest that you guys throw it away either. What you want to do is you want to keep the chickpea broth because you can use it for soups. All right. And so that's what we're going to do. This is going to be the broth. This is going to be the broth for our soup. So this chickpea liquid has a little bit of salt because I added salt while I was cooking them. They also have a little bit of garlic in there. So this is a broth, guys. This is a broth that you've added some good stuff to it. It has the essence of the chickpea, and you can use this to, do your thing. All right. So
I'm gonna pause right there, Chef B, before we go any further because I love that. That's how I do my thing, and I wonder, is that something that somebody had to tell you, or you just kind of use? It's almost like what we call in the garden having a closed loop, no waste in the garden.
yes,
Don't peel the potato and everything. That's not going in the trash. It's going in the compost.
yes,
The gray water from the sink that's going somewhere else. So we're repurposing
yes.
this thing. So now
Sustainability.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also that's also sewing like a golden thread in terms of the flavor of the food. It might be that
Yes.
you got different ways that you're going with the meal, but there was a common thing there. You know what I mean? Because now the water from the chickpeas is going into, or the split peas or whatever is going in as a broth for the soup, etc.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I love
I
that, man.
learned those things from my family.
Right.
You always see like your grandmother saving oil after she fries something, put it in a little jar. You know, my mom, I remember if I didn't eat all my food, what, yo, you wasting food? What?
Huh?
People on the planet don't got food? You wasting
It's
food? So
mad,
she
man, bro.
always made me mindful about not wasting. You don't waste. You use it. You use all the parts. So even in my cooking classes now, I look at what people do when they're participating in the class, and they might be cutting up vegetables. They'll throw away a lot of things that I would never throw away, and I make them pull it back out of the trash because it's usually in like a paper bag or something. And I'm like, no, 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 don't throw that away. They're like, what? What? I never use that. I said, well, why not? I said it has nutrients because it has a little green on top. You can't use it. So just really moving people away. Also, mindset wise, is there's so much more to the food than you think. The nutrients are in the skin. If you get the best quality ingredients, the things you're wasting a lot of food, you can actually get a lot more food than what you are making because you're wasting just because of how you've been conditioned. You wasting food, right? And so, man, when I'm doing these classes, I'm surprised at how much food I be making for under
Mm,
$20.
mm,
It's crazy. These last
mm,
two classes, because we just started this,
mm,
I made 8 meals the first night, the first day I did it. Let $18.80, $18.18 was the bill of the
mm,
food.
mm.
The next bill was $18.80, and I got 6 meals out of that. You know, I was like, that's like $2 and change per meal.
Wow.
That's nothing. And they're healthy meals. So we waste a lot. We got to shift that mindset. That's one of the mindset shifts.
Mm,
Repurposing things, like, so another area where we would repurpose the broth would be if you're steaming vegetables, the broccolis, carrots, sweet potatoes, all that broth. You better hold on to it. Use that as a soup
for real.
starter, a stew starter. Make it for rice, make it for couscous, make it for quinoa, and you're adding nutrients and you're adding flavor
Exactly.
to those other foods.
Exactly. You're feeding two birds with one seed, as they say.
Man, you're feeding two birds with one seed. And I'm telling you, the more you cook, the more the scientist in you comes alive.
Yeah, it's true. It's
The
true. It's true.
alchemy unfolds. You're like,
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
try this together. Let me try that. Let me do this together. you start getting into the experimentation of it all when
Right.
you in there.
Right.
And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that came out like
Mm.
that. Oh, that's where the confidence start building. Oh, let me try this again. You let somebody else try it. They like it. Yo, that was good. Word? Yes. And then the cycle starts over again. Then maybe you have courage, because a lot of this is courage.
Yeah.
You have courage to try again, and let me try again something. Let me do that again. Let me tweak it a little bit. So we got to get our courage back.
Yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to rocking out this spring and summer with you going into the fall because
Me too.
everything you just said, I would say the same thing about farming, about getting back in the land, you know. Just like we all eat, I feel like most of us, regardless of what family you come from, regardless of where you come from, you could have come from New York City even. We are not more than 2 generations removed from the farm, you know. And that's
Yep.
extreme when you're talking about 2 whole generations, really. Even in the year, even deep, you know, well into the 21st century. So this whole thing of starting with small things that give you what you just said, courage, motivation to keep going. You know, they give you small little success stories.
Wins.
Yeah,
Wins. We
small
need
wins,
wins. We
small
need
wins that turn
wins.
into big wins. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so just checking for understanding, Professor. We in school with our sister. I am Chef B.
Yes.
And
Let's
before we go any
go.
further, shout out your YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel? I want to put it on the thing.
It's I am Chef B with 3 E's. And y'all know the B stands for be empowered, energized, and engaged. Because that's really ultimately what it's about, right? The courage, the empowerment comes from being courageous and building confidence, right? And then the more you do that, the more you're excited about what you're doing. And the more you're excited, the more you can be engaged. So it truly is a mantra. I am Chef B. Be empowered, energized, and engaged to do more for yourself, for your family, and your community. And really, that's where all of this work has come from. It's from looking at Guyanese people first,
Mm,
seeing our food. Our food is good food, some of the best food on the damn planet. But how Guyanese people, Caribbean people eat, we eat to be full. We eat a lot of
mm-hmm,
starchy foods, carbs,
mm-hmm,
because we don't necessarily know where the next meal coming from. So we
mm-hmm.
eat big plate of rice, a lot of split pea soup or dal, and maybe some kalaloo, some vegetable steam with some okra, and those things are good, but it's
Chef
a
B, you're
little
talking
too
about
much
language, man.
carbs. Ah,
You're talking about language, vegetable steam with okra. That's too much carbs.
well, the rice part, the too
Okay,
much
right.
rice, that's usually the main event. They
Yeah,
usually have a little
yeah,
bit of those on the side.
yeah,
But the
yeah,
main event is the rice, and
yeah.
that's the issue because of the blood
Just,
sugar
we were just
spikes.
talking about that the other day. How most African societies have some rice dish as a central part of the dish. We were kind of comparing Guyanese cook-up rice, which we all know, you and I know, of course, is the best type of rice on the planet. But then
Yes.
with like pilau and rice and peas, Jamaican rice and peas, which is at the bottom of the totem pole. Nothing wrong with Jamaica, but somebody said the other day they get some Jamaican rice and peas, and it promises more than it delivers.
Yes, that's it. But look, ours, the
what
cook up rice,
do you
people
mean,
don't
man?
people don't ever know until they experience our stuff. They're like, what the hell is this? Let me tell you this story, quick story. So Guyana, for those of y'all listening, Guyana is a melting pot.
Yeah,
Amerindian people, African people, East Indian people, Chinese people, and more and more and more. But that's like sort of the big ones, big ones. And the food that we eat is shaped by those cultures.
yeah, that's what makes it so delicious.
That's what makes it so delicious. So I'm in graduate school at this time, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
have a friend, Indian friend, East Indian friend,
Mm-hmm.
right? Venkatesh Ramachandran. If you can hear this, I'm shouting you out. So my mom, she loves to cook. She said, man, invite your friends over there, man. I gotta make a curry and a roti for Ayo. Just tell them come. Just tell them come. Right? So I told them to come. Venkatesh Ramachandran come to the house. And he eating this curry. And he confused. You're like, this like my mom's curry in India. Why it tastes so? Why it tastes so good?
Right,
I
right.
said, I keep telling you, Guyana got Indian people, man. Big set of Indian people there.
Mhm.
He just shocked. He eating it. He just looking at the plate. He eating the roti. He like, this is like home. This is home.
I know he was trying to
And
come over every weekend after that.
I was like, I told
Yeah.
you, the food is very authentic, and we got a twist, right? So it's authentically Indian, authentically Chinese, authentically Amerindian, but then the twist is Black people, African
Mhm.
people. We're the
Yeah.
twist.
Mhm.
We're the twist, right?
Take it
And
to the next level. There's a few societies that I've experienced like that. One of them is our next door neighbor Trinidad to a certain extent because there's that same kind of synthesis of cultures. In Zanzibar, in Tanzania.
yes.
Oh my God. Mm.
Yes.
Same thing, the so-called Bantu culture, Black Africans, Sub-Saharan African culture, energy, um, Indian, as you said, and also the Arab culture. Because especially in Zanzibar, they would come and they would have to spend half a year there because of the typhoon winds and everything. So they set up shop there. So there's this synthesis, and oh my goodness, you talk about yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we reason with I am Chef B, our sister Chef B, and we're talking about this meal magic,
So it's called meal prep magic.
meal prep magic.
So what we do every Monday, 10 o'clock, I'm gonna actually start streaming it on YouTube.
Okay.
Starting in May. We're gonna start
Okay.
doing it on YouTube. But my claim is, so let me tell you where this come from, Ross. Somebody sent me a post. You know how people share posts all the time from
Mhm.
Instagram?
Yes.
Somebody sent me a post. The person was like, look at this thing. So the caption said, family of one, dinner, $2.
Yeah.
Right? So that's
Yeah.
the video. So the guy, he's like maybe Latino. I'm not sure where he's from. He looked like he's Latino. So he walking through the market. He gets a little thing of taco shells, little corn tacos with tortillas. He get one potato.
Yeah.
He get one tomato, one Roma
Yeah.
tomato. He get one chile. two
Wow.
dollars, right?
Yeah.
And then he went home and he cooked.
And he got busy.
He made four potato tacos and he made four potato toquitos.
Mm.
So he made 8 things that filled him up for $2. And my problem with that meal, while that was an affordable meal, that meal wasn't healthy.
It wasn't
Healthy.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That was my issue with that meal.
Mhm.
I was like, it's just carbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna spike your blood sugar all over the place. We're not gonna do that. I
Yeah.
said, so if he said $2 for one meal,
Mm.
what if you give me $20
Mm.
and I make meals for you for the whole week?
Right. And
So now we gonna
I can source more stuff that will get the fiber and give you the
right,
chlorophyll and give you all the other
right.
things that are necessary, not just the starch alone.
And then we're gonna average $2 to $3, 2 to 3 something change per meal. And you're gonna get more. And you're gonna get better quality ingredients, a better quality meal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that came from. So I told you part of this was making sure that the family gets meals that I made with love. But then it was just to address that. Like, I know that you can eat plant-based. I know people think it's hard. I know they think, it's not, it's gonna taste good. Is it gonna taste good?
It'd be
Is it
beef
gonna be
product. We crossed that bridge by now.
Variety.
Nobody else be asking that question no more.
They
And I
still
know
asking it.
there's no shade, but you know, it's just
They still asking that damn question, Ross Kofi. They still asking that damn question. So for me, I was like, give me the $20. I'm gonna show you where I shop, how I shop. I'm not getting everything organic, but I'm getting organic items, and I'm making good shit that everybody gonna love. Gourmet looking shit, actually. You know what I'm saying? So
you believe his joke? Let me tell you. Let me show y'all something.
look at that Instagram. Which, if you could pull it up, I don't know if you could pull it up.
She said
And show them what we sourced, and then the final product. I was impressed. I was like, this looks nice. This is nice. This is fancy.
Well, we're gonna do this in the meantime. We're gonna play this tune that's part of our theme music, and we're gonna put Instagram and see what's going on here now. But first and foremost, this is what Chef B. This is conceptually, and then we're gonna go from wide. We're gonna take it all the way down to Harbin Road in Atlanta and Washington Road in Atlanta and all various other places where our people grow food.
Yes.
City farms, you know what I mean? It's just plenty places.
Plenty.
Just the short list. All right, check it out.
We go all man, I am here so far, I'm here so what's if Babylon knock on the summons when a supermarket, them if you not farm, then you will not be problem. Knock on the summons when a supermarket, them farmer man don't set the trend. If Bangarang knock on the summons when a supermarket, them if you not farm, then you will not be problem. Knock on the summons when a supermarket, them farmer man you don't set the trend. Alright, banana by the bunches, yam by the basket, a sheen and cocoa, sweet potato make we blast it. Supply me home and the eagle away go market. Harvest time if you no plant that drastic. Seed in a earth, no fling it in a no plastic. Now stop farm them off it, tell me say me mistake. Satin, lock down everything pan the public. Farming the youth them fi practice. If Babylon lot of savannah stone and supermarket. Them if you not farm, then you will not big problem. Lot of savannah stone and supermarket. Them farmer man go and set the trend. If banga wrong, lot of savannah stone and supermarket. Them if you not farm, then you will not big problem. Not only someone is one supermarket them.
Amazing. You got two called Farmer Man. That wasn't the one I was trying.
Farmer Man.
What do you mean, man? Well, let's go to your Instagram and see what's going on over here, Chef B. Which one you want me?
This one, the first one there that you see with the food, the plate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so talk to us.
Let them hear it. Yeah.
For my meal prep magic cooking class today, I got my list. And I'm going to be shopping somewhere different today than I did last week. So my goal will be to show you different places that you can shop so that you can get really good quality foods, of course, at a reasonable price. All right.
I'm
nervous because
onions.
But I have to get a bag of limes, only one.
Ooh, look at that.
All right, y'all. I am so excited because I actually get this soy-free tofu, and y'all, it is on sale for buy one get one free. I had to go to a different store to get it, and I'm so hyped. I got two for the price of one. So I'm super hyped because I was able to get everything that I needed for $18.80. How about that? Kind of cool, right? So yes, join me for Meal Prep Magic, and I'm going to show you all the amazingness that we're going to put together with these items. All right, y'all. See you soon.
That's what's up. So
show them. Did you show them the picture of what we made? Like right after that, let's show them the spread.
Hold on there.
And go back real quick and show them that, because I was like, this is amazing. Like, it came out so good.
Let's see the
And
spread.
it tastes delicious.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord! Oh my goodness!
So that was the food. That's the dish. There was 2 different dishes we made
Prepping for
with that. Yep.
Yeah. So from what I remember, you picked up ginger, you picked up
Yeah.
some shredded carrots, you picked up some lime, you picked up, it seemed like cauliflower or something.
Cauliflower. I made rice with the cauliflower.
Right. Then you picked up the tofu thing that you said was going for 2 for 1. What else I missed? Oh, green onions,
And the stir
scallions,
fry veggies.
stir fried veggies. Okay. So all
Yep.
of this, and it came up to $18 and change. And how many meals you was able to make with it?
6.
Wow.
6 plates of food.
Yeah. That's the
Right?
power of mama. Mama
Yep.
make a dollar out of 15 cents
Listen.
every
And then
day.
if you do the math on that, right? If you do the math on that, that $18.80
It's 6
divided by
days.
6, $3.13 per meal.
Barely
And I made
$3.
sure to use everything that I bought because I didn't want to lie, right? I want to make sure that everything we're using, we use.
They
And
can get a
then
realistic gauge. Yes.
you get a realistic, right. And so the other thing is when people sign up for this class, if there are things that you don't have, you're going to have to buy those things, like certain seasonings, things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the produce items, the produce pieces, those things, we use everything. If you
Mm-hmm.
have salt, you got pepper. Most people have salt, pepper, a little seasoning inside their fridge.
Mm-hmm.
So we use those things to flavor up the pot. And I do say that if you don't have those items, you're going to have to buy it. But most people have a little nut butter, a little salt, a little pepper, a little something in their fridge. And you can use that to season up and make it your own.
So
Make
when
it
you
what you
budgeting,
like.
yeah. So when you're budgeting, then those things are you have certain items that are not just a once that you're buying every time. You have some stuff that's gonna last, can be protracted over time.
Absolutely. For a while too, because you're not using all that salt like that unless you're
I
cooking
hope not.
for others, but you're gonna have salt for a long time, seasonings for a long time. So just go in your fridge and see what you have and then so you don't have to spend the money and pull those things, extract them out, and then let's make it your own. Make it your own flavor profiles. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
that's what's up. I'm looking to charge my thing. I noticed my laptop and I'm moving around trying to get a charge. So Chef B, before we let you go, a couple more things though. You just opened a whole lot of boxes with that conversation, and so I just want to ask a couple more questions. Let me run and move in here, and we can multitasking. Is it going on? So the next question for me, when I looked at what you prepared on a budget, is when you talked about covering all of the different nutritional needs, right? You talked about how in our society, especially in the Caribbean and even here in the States, it's a lot of starch. Starch, 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 starch. So you talked about the fact that I mean, again, when you looked at where you got the green onions, you got the carrots, you got the cauliflower, you got all these things, you got ginger and all that kind of stuff. So that covers the nutritional part of it. What about the diversity in the types of meals you can make? Um, Another question you asked, which is absolutely on point, a lot of people ask is, well, how are I gonna make this? How is it gonna taste good? Does it really taste good? That's a big thing. That I said in jest, kind of being funny a little bit. That conversation is supposed to be over, but it's not. People still thinking about that. Because when I came up to America in the early 80s, that was a conversation. And that's what a lot of the pioneers that we call, people who taught us about eating healthy, that's what a lot of them brought to the table. Just like they did with music. They brought it to the table that, look, conscious don't mean boring in terms of music.
Yes,
And
that's
health
right.
mean bland, you know what I mean? So
That's
talk
right.
talk about the diversity in terms of where you draw your inspiration from, and how the everyday person can do the same. Um, in terms of the diversity of dishes, the types of dishes, etc., etc.
Well, I'm excited about this meal prep magic because it's going to be an opportunity to introduce people to cultural food. I think the diversity comes when you start expanding beyond eating the SAD diet, the standard American diet.
Mm,
If you live in Atlanta, if you live in America, and you're just eating American food, it's going to get boring. It just will. And then from a health and wellness standpoint, you might be sacrificing your health because of the quality of the food. If you're eating American, the mac and cheese, the fried this, the fried that all the time. Now, when you start branching out and moving more into cultural spaces with food, which is what I do with my meal prep business, you're now getting introduced to more ingredients, right? And we're in the South. So the benefit of us being here this time of year, the harvest is about to be abundant with the okras, and you have different greens, and remember the Lego spinach. That's gonna be flourishing. You're gonna be getting your fruits. So when people are like, "Oh, I've never tried that," because you're limited in what you think food is.
mm,
But the beauty of this program is now we can introduce people to some of the local growers here in Atlanta that I'm privy to. I'll say this, when I'm talking to people about this, they like the diversity in where we're getting the food from.
mm,
So I'm getting stuff from Kroger, I'm getting stuff from Publix, I got stuff from Trade. Those are places I actually shop. But then I also buy things from local growers, such
mm,
as yourself, Oyun Botanical Gardens, Jamila Norman, Patchwork City Farms, and there's more and more. And I'm looking forward to the other places that I'm gonna learn about doing this. Because my claim is this: when I'm shopping, I'm going to the Caribbean stores to get some of my food items.
naturally, naturally.
I'm going to the Asian markets to get some of my food items, and I'm getting introduced to new things, and they're not expensive. Chocho is not expensive. For those of you, coyote, which is it looks like a pear, and people usually cook it down with, curry and these other things. There's all of these amazing fruits and vegetables that people just don't try because they don't know about it. They just don't know about it, and
Yeah,
so the opportunity here is to, one, help people to be more empowered. That's the impact that I'm trying to make here. Yes, I have a meal prep business. My husband asked me, he said, "You don't think you gonna be putting yourself out of business because now you telling people they could do meal prep for under $20?" I said, there's still even people gonna see all of that and they're gonna be like, "I want Chef B to do it for me, or I want a meal prep service to do it for me. I still don't have the time." We teach people how to do so many things. Farming, gardening is a free thing. But guess what? They still go and buy vegetables because they don't have time to do it.
mm,
But you want to let people know who want to do it. This is available to you. And the diversity is a lot greater than you think it is in
right.
terms of the food space. The diversity is not just rice and bean. Like there's so many more things that you could be eating for your health and wellness than that. Those are amazing things, but let's couple it with some other foods and let's try something new. And you're not gonna spend a lot of money. It's such a small investment in you. You know what I mean? So these classes are free. These classes are free, so people can cook with me for free. You can just jump on and cook with me for free. on YouTube. We're going to be starting that up in May. But if you want to get more, if you want to register, you want to get the recipes, you want to get to ask questions live, if you want to get the nutritional benefits of the food, if you want to get those kinds of things, then just register for the class. And we might make, some other things available later on. But right now, this is a free opportunity for you to shift your mindset around food.
Okay. So let's get the link for all of that. I can type it into the chat so it can be on the screen for those watching this replay. What's the email? What's not the email? How do you register? That's what I want to ask you. What's the link?
Yeah, so I'm going to drop the registration link inside here. It is a Zoom link. I've created a Zoom link where people can register and basically put in their information. They put in their email address, they put in their name, all the things, and then it tells you when the next class will be. So right now it's a Zoom link. And once again, what we want you to do is we want you to register. The way you're going to take full advantage of all the good stuff is if you register. So I'll drop that Zoom link once I find it into the chat in a minute here for you guys.
Okay. WRFG Atlanta is in its 53rd year of niceness, sweetness. I'm in my 30th year at WRFG this year. So one of the things that we're going to be looking forward to doing all year long is featuring people like our sister Chef Beee, who come with the flavor every time, and who is our mother from our community, our sister, our daughter, our wife, all of those things from our community. So we grew up, so it's a different, it hit different when the people you are linking with are loving their people, and acting from a space of service to the people instead of from a space of extraction and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, let me see.
You see it?
I got you.
Yeah, I got to make that link cuter.
For people who are gonna read it, that's good on YouTube and everything. They'll see it inside and they can click on it.
But I'll say this: if you go to my link, I have a link in bio on Instagram.
Let me go there right now.
It's called beacons.ai. You will see the link. You will see the link to this. I can drop it in there as well. It's the second link.
I'm going to right now. 1 second.
Okay, you going to put it in? Okay, you got it.
I have it shared here.
And it's the second link. It's almost like a link tree link, but it's called beacons.ai, and it's a way for me to put a lot of my offerings in one place. Yes, it's the second one. So I'm dropping the link there for you guys. You can go here and you can register. Yep. So we reorient this every Monday so that you can know where to sign up, but the link doesn't change.
Yes, so that's gonna be on my birthday. The next one, April 27th. What you cooking?
I know you, Jamila, and Yolanda. Yes,
our sister of blessed memory.
Yes, our ancestral sister now, right?
Yes.
Yolanda Owens.
Yolanda Owens. Live forever. So that's live cooking class meal prep for the week with seasonal simple ingredients for under $20. April 27, 2026, 11 a.m. That's the next class. And it goes from there.
Next class. Yep.
And then it's a weekly thing. Mondays, 11 a.m.
Wonderful. Mondays at 11. Yeah.
If you act like you know, is it feasible, Chef B? This is my final question for now, because I could have you on here all day. You know that. Is it feasible that a mother, a father, a young person, whoever they are, that's tapped into your show on Monday, they can get their meal ready for Monday afternoon?
Yeah, absolutely. I have people who do it. So what you do if you register now today, the link goes out, the email goes out to everybody who registers every week, every Friday morning at 8:00. So you can get the shopping list. That's that news. That email goes out with the shopping list, what we're gonna make, and where to buy everything. I have an Amazon store set up. If you can't go shopping, you can buy some stuff on Amazon. And then that gives you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even early Monday to get your items. But it's not a lot of items to purchase.
Right, because it's under $20. You're not gonna be filling up your.
Yeah, you're not spending a lot. $20.
You're filling up your, but you're gonna fill up your belly though.
You're gonna fill up your belly. And I make 2 different things with that food that we buy. I make 2 different dishes. That's the other thing. Because I know when people eat in meal prep, they want variety. So it's not just one dish you're making. That thing that you saw, you asked me how many would I make 6? It was the same ingredients, but we made 2 different dishes. So we made 3 of each. So you feel like you're having something a little different, you know?
Lovely, man, lovely. Our sister, I Am Chef Bee, is here with us for a few more moments. If any of y'all in the chat or anything got a question, you can drop it in the chat and we'll try to answer it before we let our sister go. So tell us about a couple more questions. I said that was my last one. I just have a couple more. I'm very curious today. What is some of your favorite foods to cook?
Curry.
Hands down.
Hands down, curry.
To this day, you ain't tired of it. You've been cooking it all your life.
I love a curry, man. Like you get the other one is dal. A dal in a cup with some bread. You know. If you know, you know. You get
I'm not
sweet dal.
I'm not a soupy or a kind of liquidy kind of person like that, but I love them dal though.
Dal with rice or dal with like some bread. Oh God. Lot of mercy.
Serious thing. And what's your favorite seasoning to use? If you had to go in the bush and you could only take one seasoning, what you would take?
I like onions. So anything that's in the onion family, any of the alleles, the garlic, onions, leeks, all of those, that's my favorite by far. Like I think my favorite thing to cook with is leeks. Leeks are amazing. They're so subtle. They're so misleading. People just they don't know all the way what to do with it. But leeks, you can do so much with leeks and make some amazing food with that. And it just enhances the flavor profile of the food so wonderfully. So leeks, garlic, onions, anything in the allele family.
Yes, Chef B, give thanks. Last question is, what is your favorite beverage to accompany your food?
Sorrel.
Like a beverage that you make. Let me clarify that. Beverage that you make.
My sorrel is.
She's like,
I argue, and I'm dare to challenge anybody. I think my sorrel is one of the best sorrels in the city.
Hey, I love a healthy challenge. You know, Chef B said it. I'm about to blow this up.
I think so.
Let's get it popping.
Look.
We're gonna have the sorrow.
Next to, I gotta shout my girl out. Next to Jamila Norman, Farmer J. She makes Jamila makes a wicked sorrow because her mother is Jamaican, her father's Trini.
Yeah.
She know how to cook her ass off. Me, know, that's me and her cooking buddies.
Yeah.
So between me and she, we got some of the best sorrel in the city. I guarantee you.
You guarantee? That's the word I was looking for.
I guarantee you.
So you're giving me some work now because we're gonna have a cook-off going on very soon.
Me and you, we're gonna have a cook-off.
No, not me. I mean, we gonna cook off all the time, but I don't call it a cook-off. I don't want no smoke from you. I bow at your feet. I'm saying we're gonna have a competition, a sorrel competition or something soon.
Ooh.
Because you said it now. So I'm gonna get on my
I think it's really good. It's different. It's different. And I'll say I could tell this to you. My sorrel, when I was creating the alchemy behind my sorrel, is Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
That is my sorrel is Guyana. That's it.
That's all I got to say. The mic has been dropped.
Bang. My sorrow, when
The
people
ink
do
is
it,
lifted.
when listen, when
Like you
people
see, the
drink
pen
that
is lifted
sorrow,
and the ink is dry.
Ras Kofi, when they
Mm.
drink that sorrow, they looking around like,
I want this, man.
what?
I want this.
What is? What?
Yeah, we love
And then
it.
they looking at it, they studying it.
Mhm.
They're like, well, my husband, he Jamaican. I was like, okay. And then they walk away. Then they come back. Let me get 2 bottles. Let me get 3 bottles. Let me get a half a gallon. They don't know what to do with themselves. That sorrow is wicked. It's a good one.
All right, we're gonna get this going on. We're gonna get this. We're gonna give you a chance to prove that in the court, in the public court. We'll get a chance to prove that. Chef B, thank you for joining us this afternoon. It's always a pleasure.
Much love to you,
Yes,
Raskofi.
Yes, sir. Much love to the family. Tell Ayatora don't worry himself, man. We all in the same boat. We're gonna start a brothers cooking club.
Listen, you need to spearhead that one because these
No,
men
no,
out
I'm
here.
just joking because I don't support that stuff. You better cook for that, man. Much love, Chef B.
Much love to you, Raskofi.
All right.